Welcome to channel 69, and you have Big Hurt with the Ghetto Report.
What's up? It's Big Hurt back with another edition of the Ghetto Report. Now y'all know I got the cane because Big Hurt hurt his back on the construction site. You know I got a couple of herniated discs, so when my back locks up and I ain't getting the injections, I gotta use the cane to get around. And in any event, we gonna keep the news going and we gonna keep it going how we do. We want to start this Ghetto Report here talking about, I don't know if y'all been under a rock or whatever, but all the protesting going on across the country at the college campuses. We want to know your take on it because we've been having a fiery discussion here at the offices of the Ghetto Report. And some people are standing with the protesters and some people are, standing with, like they saying that the school should get that whole situation in order. But we want to talk about, it's 2,000 people arrested across the country, by the way. But we want to talk about in New York City, the situation that took place at Hamilton Hall, where the police went into Hamilton Hall and to get the kids out. Governor Hope was on the news, Mayor Adams was on the news, and they said that the police conducted themselves in a professional manner. They said nobody got hurt, and they was quick and swift, and they arrested about 50, 60 kids and some outside agitators that the mayor are saying that don't go to none of the schools, and they just come in when people are holding like rallies or whatever, and they try to agitate the situation and make it worse than it is. But what we were discussing at the Ghetto Report is the fact that a police officer discharged his weapon inside Hampton Hall, and they didn't report that initially when they were saying that everything was done professionally. Now, you can argue whether, being that nobody got hurt and they hit a wall and they said it was accidentally, still, we arguing at the Ghetto Report here because those are our kids. Those are not terrorists. They trying to participate in democracy, how we teach them to participate in democracy. Whether you agree with them telling the schools to divest in Israel or not, you still have to support their right to be democratic, because this is a democratic nation. But what we want to say is, if the police discharged his weapon, whether it's accidentally or on purpose or whatever, was that really professional? You know what I'm saying? They saying that was conducted professionally, but we think that if somebody accidentally discharged their weapon, thank God nobody was injured, but God forbid that one of the kids would have been hit. That's why people are beefing about the might of police and did they have to use so many police officers to run into Hampton Hall, and they saying that it was overkill. So whatever side you stand on, we think that this is a hot topic and is open for discussion. So we want to hear your opinion. So holla at the Ghetto Report and let us know if you think that the police went in there with a heavy hand. Do you think that they should have informed the public that the police discharged his weapon accidentally from the beginning, or should they have waited a couple of days? The police in New York have a practice of this. When a police officer gets in trouble, they don't get questioned right away. They exercise their 48-hour rule, not like ordinary citizens. They force you to talk immediately. But the police, they get to sit down.
Say, hold up, wait a minute.
Talk to their liaison and actually get their story straight. So we think that they should let go of that 48-hour rule, and we think that they should have informed the public that the police officer discharged his weapon inside Hamilton Hall when they were arresting protesters. In any event, holla at the Ghetto Report. Let us know what you think.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
What's up? Big Hurt, quick public service announcement. Now y'all might be wondering why I'm sitting in the walk. Big Hurt got a million hustles, but I hurt my back at a construction site recently, and I got some dislocated disc going on, so I'm waiting for a procedure. As soon as I can get the procedure out the way, me and Baby Car are gonna take off, getting back to business, how we was getting back to business. I know we said we had Cap coming, but we had the whole production on Cap due to the injury that I sustained. But Cap still will be coming, and we're gonna turn it up, so don't fret. Also, if you like what we've been doing with the channel, put some subs on, subscribe to the channel so we can do more. You know what I'm saying? And let us know what you want to see Baby Paul and Big Hurt get into. We get into everything. Also, we got the book coming, No Gatekeeping. You know what I'm saying? This title speaks for itself. We're gonna teach everybody the steps we took to get to channel and get this stuff going, because we ain't gatekeeping there. We want everybody to get to the bag and win. It's Big Hurt, and I'm out. We want to talk about Kanye West. Did y'all see the interview with Kanye West he just gave, where he was sitting down and he was discussing, he was calling himself God, but he said some interesting things about who the record labels and executives make the next hot person. But he said basically, a lot of these guys, these new guys, they have handlers. And the record company says who's going to be hot and who's going to be next. It ain't really up to the public, so we thought that was a hell of a thing for him to disclose. He said that Drake has a rich baby daddy named Lucian, and we thought that was funny. So he went and out with Drake and said this guy Lucian decided who's going to be next and made Drake hotter. And we think, that's like you got a hand behind you manipulating the forces, manipulating the public. Because if they give you 1,000 spins and they only give Big Hurt 2 spins, then you're gonna be, you might gravitate to that artist that's getting 1,000 spins. So that's one of the ways that they choose who's next. Also, they, they put money and backing and the machine behind certain artists. So we think that's what Kanye was talking about when they decide who's next. So let us know your thoughts on that, and if you think that they got this hidden hand deciding who's next, or if the people decide who's next. We want to get into 21 Savage and that fiery diss track that he unleashed on his new album American Dream. He didn't mention Gunna, but everybody's saying that they believe he's talking to Gunna, And the track is basically an open letter to his bruh. He says open letter to his bruh dedicated to Young Thug. And he said in the track, once you cross the line, we can never go back, we can't fix it, I can never forgive you. So everybody believes that he's talking to Gunna. And he's saying, being realistic, it's like he tore his meniscus. So we don't know if Gunna gonna respond to that, how Gunna's feeling about all the snitch accusations, but it's a hell of a thing when, all his contemporaries are coming out and saying, we don't rock with you no more. And you got that little deal, even though you saying that you ain't cooperate, you got this deal. Young Thug and he on his own, he been on trial for a minute now, so that's how we know 21 Savage is feeling, if anybody. But this was another edition of the Ghetto Report with Big Hurt. Big Hurt, I'm out. Come on, give me a second. I'm gonna hook you up. I got you. I know what size you wear. You slim. You slim with a fatty. Yo, what's up? It's easy peasy. You know what's going on. We got the dashikis out there. Everybody getting Afrocentric this summer. So if you ain't got it, hit me, because a couple of dozen fell off the back of the truck. I got the dashikis for the men and the ladies. So if you want to get closer to the culture and the motherland, come holler at Easy. Big Hurt been selling the African statues and all that. So he let me rock with a couple of things. So if you can't find him, you can find me. And we got the African diamonds and the birthstones and all that too. These is going for $25 a stone. These right here are guaranteed to bring you good health and all that. So we doing everything Afrocentric this summer. So holler at me. I'm gonna be in the projects and I got it on the low. Easy, I'm out.